welcome Kapil Dev to the house today. Roaring reception for our World Cup champion and absolute legend of Indian sport. We also have Naren Karthikeyan in our midst, so a big round of applause for both gentlemen, please.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ridhima Pathak alongside Sohail Chandok, and it's indeed our pleasure and honor to host all of you this morning. Now, it's been an interesting start to the decade, hasn't it? Because if there is anything this decade has taught us, is the fact that change is the only thing constant. And since we are going towards a change and restarting our lives slowly as we move forward, it's best we put things into overdrive, isn't it, Sohail?
Absolutely. I think to kickstart things, you've got to think back to the late, great Ayrton Senna. He said that you'll never know the feeling of a racing driver when he's winning a race. The helmet hides emotions, hides feelings that you'll never understand. But we're here today to try and put a bit of context to those feelings, to try and understand those emotions as we bring to you a stupendous launch right here in Mumbai. And it's great to see a room filled with familiar faces and such an eclectic mix of people as well.
Indeed. So let's just kickstart the event that we have in our hands today. And it's not every day that we get to welcome India's fastest sport. So, shall we?
Absolutely. We've all seen Formula racing cars on television, on the internet as well. But it's about time we bring it all back to our own beloved cities right here in our nation of India. So without further ado, let's take a look at what we've had over the history in motorsport in India.
There is a saying that motorsport began as soon as the second car in the world was made. And in fact, races or time trials were designed to prove to the world that the car was here to stay. In India, the first time trials or races can be traced back to well over 120 years ago. Truly, the heyday of Indian motorsports was in the 70s and 80s, where airfields were converted to racetracks. Everything from specially designed race cars to heavily modified and even Formula One car has been raced in India till date. And today, we are here to witness another historic moment for the Indian motorsport landscape, a milestone. Ladies and gentlemen, Racing Promotions brings to our shores for the first time ever, Formula Regional Racing.
Let's give that a huge, huge round of applause. And it's good to see a very interesting mix of audience from all across the country. How many of you are actually from Mumbai? A show of hands?
That's great, a minority. Always good to see.
Yeah, a minority in the city of Mumbai. How many of you are Delhi, Chennai? Chennai?
Thanks.
Delhi?
There you go.
Well, all of you, welcome to Mumbai. And of course, welcome to the grand unveiling of Formula Regional India. It is going to be a spectacle that you've never seen before, and it promises to put the sport of racing on the world map when it comes to our country. So with that, let's mark the momentous occasion by inviting our chief guests, shall we?
Absolutely. Welcoming our first champion. He is a force to be reckoned with in the world of Indian motorsports. He's one of just two men from India who've made it to the pinnacle of motorsport, that is Formula One. We have with us Naren Karthikeyan.
Also along with him, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of India's most loved sporting legends, Mr. Kapil Dev, the World Cup winning captain.
Hi, Kapil. Hi, good to see you. Good.
Welcome, sir. Good to see you.
Yeah, okay.
Good to see you.
Naren, would love for you to open today by just saying a few words to everyone on this occasion as well. Can we please get a mic across to Naren and one for Kapil Baji as well? Yeah, Naren, please just mark the occasion with your take on things today and obviously the world of motorsport as it is.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome, sir, Mr. Kapil Dev. I think, what can I say? It's one of the a very momentous occasion in the world of Indian motorsport. We are, I would say it's a big step for the youngsters of India to get onto an equal platform and a relevant platform that is running all over the world.
Yeah.
The opportunity is immense, and Amit's vision and for creating this, a big applause to him. And I feel it's going to create the next generation of drivers, and it is obviously the FMSCI has worked with the FIA to grant it a lot of world championship points for the super license. So so it's all coming together nicely. And over to you, Sohail. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
for having
Narendra.
me
Thanks.
here.
Thanks for your words.
Thank you, Nureen. Sir, please.
Oh, this is not my sport. Good morning, namaskar. Happy and proud to be here. I personally feel in my life it's not only cricket. If you love the sports, you should love all the sports, not only one sports. Yeah. And I think I always feel when I was young, I liked to drive fast, but didn't have guts enough to drive the way these guys drive. But nevertheless, I always feel we, as a sports people, try to promote as much as possible. Our country is moving in the right side, and the encouragement is required. And then people like, companies like Bombay Falcon come out,
Yeah.
and they push so much. Without the sponsor, without the people who love the sports, if they don't come forward, the next generation cannot go in the right direction. And I must say that we need more heroes like him in this game. Cricket only become more famous because it was only royalty used to play way back in 50s or 40s, and then common person come in, the game reach which level today, I don't have to say that. And similar thing, a lot of people think the car racing is only for the top people. I don't believe that. You need to give an opportunity to the next generation. And when the next youngster can see the heroes and they get the car, everybody like to drive fast within the limit. And I think we just need more heroes in our country, whichever sports you want to promote. So thank you very much. You've done so well. I hope we will have another heroes come out in the next generation, and this game will be top of the list as time comes. And we've seen in Olympics now, we are giving push to the young sports boys and girls, and today we are expecting the medal, not 1, 2, 10. In time to come, maybe next time we have 20 medals. And good luck to Mumbai Falcon. Is trying something original, which I don't understand much, but I like to know that. More and more I sit with them, I learn. And that's what I always like to do, that. Learn more about sports, and good luck. All the best.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Fingers crossed, sir.
Absolutely. 2 icons, 2 heroes to inspire the next generation of icons and heroes as well. Thank you.
Sir, could you please also start the occasion on a very auspicious note by joining us in lighting the diya? And let's start it on the very auspicious note right here.
There's a burning desire for motorsport, and it's right that we start by burning the lamp to mark the occasion as well. A big round of applause for Naren Karthikeyan and Kapil Dev, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Kapil sir would like a few kids to join us as well, please. If we can get some of the young racing drivers and the youngsters in the house. Come on, you guys can come along. Come on, why not? There we go. Thank you. A big round of applause for the marking of what is the start of a wonderful, wonderful, prosperous property that is Formula Regional.
Ladies and gentlemen, it couldn't have been a better occasion for these two sporting stalwarts to have come together and mark the new beginning of the racing culture in India.
Yeah, wonderful to see them light the lamp that I think all of us in India know is a sign of good times to come, the start of something special. And we are here for the start of something quite special.
And I think Olympics has done that as well, Sohail, isn't it? You know, with the fact that it's been India's best haul in the Olympics, I think with the new sporting culture, we're pretty much on the right track.
Absolutely, and nothing better to have the tricolour featured here, as we're about to unveil our cars in just a bit as well, and have two sporting icons from two different sports be here, grace the occasion, and also mark it in this fashion. Also have Aditya Patel and Arman Ibrahim joining the two gentlemen to light the diya. Thank you, gentlemen, thank you. Thank you, girls.
Well, I can tell you one thing for sure, Sohail, by looking at the energy that we have in the house, I think we need to up it up because it is the fastest sport of the country that we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give that a huge, huge round of applause. It is definitely a sport that gives you a lot of adrenaline, it gives you a lot of rush,
Yep.
and what more proverbs can I add to fast?
You don't need to add anything more because we've set the context. Now we've set this up for what should be a wonderful afternoon. And now that we've done that, it's time to take a closer look at what is really the crux of Formula Regional India. So let's have a look. You guys stay here. Yeah?
Welcome everyone to an experience like never before. Get ready to set your heart racing with India's fastest sport. With the latest of the racing cars from around the globe, we are bringing to you Formula Regional Indian Championship. Starting off with India's first street circuit in Hyderabad, the championships will pan out at Madras Motor Racing Track in Chennai, Kari Motor Speedway, and Hood International Circuit. With the traction to go lightning fast, the racers in their cars will set ablaze Indian tarmac thanks to the state-of-the-art technology on the racing cars. Don't hold your breath anymore. Fueled by Alfa Romeo's engines as the heart of every car, top speed, aerodynamics, and the power to thrill at your will. This racing endeavor will be a one-make championship with Team Prema. FIA certified Formula Regional Indian Championship is here and here to stay.
Let's give that a huge, huge, huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Ridhima, I don't know about you, but 270 horsepower from Alfa Romeo, 15 races, 5 rounds, that gave me goosebumps.
It indeed did, and also gave me quite the energy to just say, let's get the real deal, shall we? And since we have the legends right here, and of course, the electric mix is not just in the audience, but also with our chief guests that are here. Gentlemen, I think it's time now that we show the world what we are about to unveil.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Formula Regional, the unveiling of our cars as well. our photographers to grab some pictures.
Moment, because in the history of sports, this probably will go down in the books. And with that, may I please request all of you to kindly stand up for the national anthem.
भारत भाग्य विधाता
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा
द्राविड उत्कल बंगा
विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
उच्छल जलधि तरंगरी तव शुभ नाम जाने तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा
जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे
भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
With us, it is time now for the 5 red lights, as we like to call them in motorsport terminology, to go red, go off, and it's time for Formula Regional to go green on everyone and go green on India. A big round of applause. That is the mark and the start of Formula Regional, the Indian Championship, coming your way really soon as well. And on that occasion, it's time to invite Akhil Reddy, the chairman of the RPPL, and also Akbar Ibrahim, the president of the FMSCI, to please join us.
Also, thank you so much, children. Thanks a lot for joining us right here, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. And good luck. Can we have some mics as well again? Thank you. Thank you. Akhil, that's for you. Welcome. Thank you.
Kindly, gentlemen, say a few words. Akhil, why don't you start? Sure.
Sure.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here in front of very distinguished people and all the young drivers who I've known from when they've grown up and the media. Today, especially also, the one only Mr. Kapil Dev, who I've known for a long time before and played under his very close friend, Bharat Reddy, who played for India too. Today is definitely a landmark day for Indian motorsport, for all of Indian racing drivers, for the Federation, and for Racing Promotions Private Limited. It's the first time in the history of Indian motorsport that an FIA certified championship in the form of Formula Regional is being introduced into the country. Formula 3, the cars that are run in the Formula Regional are the Formula 3 cars. And as most of you may know, it's a pedigree car. In the earlier days, the Formula 3 car was if you could cut your teeth in it and do well, you were good enough to get into Formula 1. Reason being that the Formula 3 car has always been so well aerodynamically designed with such high cornering speeds that it really builds you into a world-class driver. And to have such a championship being brought to India by Racing Promotions is something that every youngster can feel proud of, and a platform that's being created for all of you by this wonderful company and wonderful group of people. I'd like to congratulate the chairman, Mr. Akhilesh Reddy, Mr. Amit Gadoke, and Mr. Navjeet Gadoke, and his entire team, along with Aditya Arman and Abhinand, for having the commitment and the will to put such a big project together, which was really unthinkable of. The platform and the structure that this championship is going to create for Indian motorsport, where it makes a perfect pyramid, is going to boost the grassroots level of karting championships, the national racing championships, where drivers will go through the processes and culminate into trying to get a seat into the FIA Formula 4 and the Formula Regional. So a dream, it always starts with a dream, and this group of people have really made this dream come true in a record time. I have no more words to say. I'd like to also, it's nice to see Naren, my old contemporary, and who's done well and so well and been the first driver to represent Formula 1, represent India in Formula 1, to be here to grace this occasion. So, all you young drivers, men and women, you have something for you now, which was not there before. Make best use of this opportunity and develop your skills and go on to big laurels for yourself and do proud to the country. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
sir.
Ibrahim.
Thank you.
Akhil,
Please.
few words from you, please.
Good morning, everyone. And firstly, thank you, Kapil sir and Naren, to spare your time and come down over here. So I myself am not a big fan of long speeches, so I'll just make directly to the point and I'll just take a couple of minutes of yours. So firstly, as a Racing Promotions, our main motto is to develop a platform for the Indian young talent, which is hidden because they didn't have the perfect platform to showcase and learn the techniques and do better on the racing field. So as a Racing Promotions, we are trying to create a platform and we are trying to give the opportunities and get the talent out of the guys. So all I think is like being Monaco. Monaco being such a small country, when Monte Carlo, it's giving a Formula 1 racer. Then India, with so much of talent hidden, why can't we give a racer? So mine and Amit's main motto over here is to create a platform, get the talent out, train them, and then at least in another 2 or 3 years, give 2 drivers from India for the Formula 1.
Indeed.
So, and the major thing here is when it comes to the motorsport, lots of people think that it's not affordable. But we are trying to make it affordable to encourage the talent and give the drivers to the world from India. And as a part of it, we are also taking care of women empowerment, giving the equal chance to the women, giving the equal chance to the girls. They can come, they can participate, and then we will train them. And on top of it, we are trying to put India in the world motorsport by creating the Indian street circuit, which is going to be for the first time in Indian motor history. And that's all for now. And later on 22nd, we'll come with more details. And thanks to all the media people who are here. And we would love your extended support. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gentlemen. Thanks a lot.
Gentlemen, if you could just stay on stage, please, for a second, and please invite Mr. Kapil Dev and Naren Karthikeyan to receive some mementos from Mr. Akbar Ibrahim and Akhil Reddy. Big round of applause to our two icons of sport as they join us back on stage. The mementos,
Appreciate
please.
your time, so please join us on stage.
And the mementos, please, for our gentlemen.
You know, the fact that all good intentions are in place with
Please
the
do.
grand unveiling of the sport,
Akhil,
I think
if you
it's the
could present.
best way to start
Um,
it with
Second one as well, please. To
two
Akhil.
gentlemen who have always carried the good tradition of sports forward in this country.
Please.
Sir, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks. a
Thank you,
lot.
thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now that you've seen the car, looks good. Can I hear some noise?
Come on,
Because
guys.
it's,
We're seeing it in its flesh and glory.
it's motorsport.
Surely we can do better than that.
noise. Guys, looks good.
There we go.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So it's time now we get into the details of the league, details of every bit that we all are here to know.
Yeah.
So Sohail, what's next?
Well, we're going to call upon two young racing drivers. Well, not so young anymore. I've grown up with these two, and they're great to have around us yet again. One of them will be talking to us first up, and then the next. Two young men who've conquered the racing world as well, and also the dreaded 24 hours of the Nürburgring. Aditya Patel, he might not look as mean as he is under a helmet. Adit, please join us and tell us a bit more. Just a mic, please, for Aditya. Thank you.
Thank you, Suhail, for that warm welcome. It's good to be standing here once again in front of all of you. It's been a while, obviously, since motorsport has been on the track in India, and it's great to come back in this manner. I'd love to take you through a little presentation that will talk about what we have in store for you over the next few years. Obviously, we all know motorsport has come a long, long way since the first race, probably in the late 1800s, to being one of the most watched sports globally in the world, with a dedicated viewership of 670 million people. Household names like Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso, you've got Valentino Rossi in motorbikes. These names have reached houses all over the world, but not just in the world, in India as well. We've got drivers like Naren Karthikeyan, Karun, Gaurav Gill, Arman Ibrahim, all coming out of India, making the sport very, very popular in our
we'll
country.
need 4 bar stools after this.
In 2019, RPPL launched
Not
the
6,
X1
4.
Racing League, was India's first city-based franchise league, launched by Arman Ibrahim, myself. And the first season was an extreme success. We had great numbers in terms of viewership. We had great following as well at the end of the first season. We had partners like Sony to broadcast us, as well as world-class brands who came on board to sponsor, as well as run teams in the X1 Racing League as the championship. We were also recognized by Jean Todt, the president of the FIA. He gave us a small little testimonial after the championship. Obviously, the league was built to promote equality on the racetrack, be it gender equality, be it equality in terms of cars, and as well as grassroots level esports, where we reached out to the entire country, taking our circus all around to 8 cities before we kick-started the league. So what's next for racing promotions? I think that's what's on everybody's mind. Yes, these are the Formula Regional cars. You've seen them. But to be able to make this happen, we've partnered with 2 extremely passionate businessmen. They love their motorsport, and they have helped make this happen. So without them, obviously, we wouldn't be able to take motorsport to the next step. The whole point is obviously to build a pyramid. Now, you can't just jump into a Formula One car without ever having driven a race car. Even when you want to jump into a go-kart, you need to go through some kind of training. So at the bottom of the pyramid, you have karting, you have sim racing, and then you have this ladder to make your way up through Formula 4, Formula Regional, and then, of course, Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1. On the global stage, you've got the Indian Racing League, which will be at the Indian stage, again, the city-based franchise racing league. The whole idea is to place India on the global motorsport map. Not only are we going to be creating visibility for Indian brands, we'll be getting investment from the rest of the world in terms of sponsorship, generate employment for people around the country, create unforgettable experiences for audiences, and also provide a level playing field in the world of motorsport, which is very, very important, especially for youngsters who are just getting into the sport and competing against the best in the country. We will be creating a unique hub for 3 championships. The first one being, of course, the Formula Regional, the cars that we've launched over here. What makes it extra special is that we will be giving the winners of these championships 18 super license points, which is a lot. Also, you have to remember that Formula Regional is not just in India. We have Formula Regional Championships in Europe. We have the Formula 3 Asia, which runs on the same car. And it's an extremely good car for drivers who want to hone their skills with. It's got high downforce levels. It's got just the right amount of power, puts out 270 bhp. And I think it's a very attractive looking car. I'm sure you guys think so as well. But before a driver jumps into the Formula Regional here, what do we put them in? We put them in the FIA Formula 4 car. So Formula 4 Indian Championship is also coming to India. We will be launching the Formula 4 Indian Championship along with the Formula Regional Championship when we go to our first weekend in Feb. Formula 4 drivers will also get super license points. And this will enable them to move up the ladder swiftly to reach their target, which is Formula 1. The Formula 4 car was launched in 2014 just to create a proper ladder for drivers who are looking to get up to Formula 1, streamline the entire motorsport system. There was a time back in the day when you had many junior championships, but now the FIA has done a great job in streamlining it and just making a simple path all the way to Formula 1, starting with Formula 4. Now, the Indian Racing League is basically a unique city-based franchise championship. It gives opportunity for men and women to race against each other, with each other, in unique formats around the country. Of course, we'll be supported by the Formula Regional and the Formula 4 championships, making it an entire weekend not to forget. What makes us irresistible? Well, like Akhil said, we are bringing to India the first FIA-graded street circuit. We're not bringing it to India, it's already in India. And it's going to be in Hyderabad. This is going to be super exciting. I think that's why Akhil says Monte Carlo. He loves Monte Carlo, he loves street racing, and we are bringing India's first FIA-grade street circuit, getting it set to go. Also, we'll be partnered with Prema. Prema is one of the best teams when it comes to junior formula in the world. So not only will we be coaching drivers, not only will we be giving drivers the opportunity to drive with the best engineers, drive with the best team, we'll also give an opportunity to engineers, mechanics, team members to learn from the best engineers, mechanics coming from Prema. So partnering with Prema takes this championship one level ahead. And of course, at the bottom, like I said, we have the entire esports system that we will be taking across the country. This is what our calendar looks like. We start end of Feb, starting at the Budh International Circuit, moving across the country to Hyderabad, Coimbatore, MMRT in Chennai, and then the grand finale in Hyderabad again. All this will be held over a month. This gives international participants the opportunity to come to India without having to worry about going back and coming during these difficult times. Where we race, like I mentioned, these are our 4 circuits. And are you all ready for the next big thing? Come on. Are you all ready for the next big thing? All right. So are we.
Looking forward to that. And
Adit, thank you.
Thank you so much. But we also have a couple of questions to be answered.
Can we just get a couple of stools on?
Yes,
because
please.
I think he's addressed what a large number of us want to know, which is a bit more about Formula Regional,
Right.
F4 as well, and the IRL. But we're going to dig into these two minds a bit more, and that's always a bit of fun to talk to Arman and others. So guys, please join us on stage as we try and understand things a bit better, dig even deeper. Come guys, have a seat. Please.
Also, if the audience has any questions, you could just raise your hand and we'll rotate the mic. But me and Sohail will try and ask most of the questions. But if there is anything that is unanswered, please feel free to join us.
And
it is an open house discussion.
The boys will also be available after because clearly there will be a few more questions from all the esteemed journalists that are here as well to ask them. So we'll make sure we send them your way after this as well.
So let's begin with what we just saw, Aditya, and the fact that you called it irresistible. I would also say it's very desirable. So if you could just give me a summary of the points that you want our audience to take back from the day-to-day, of course, the unveiling of Formula Regional India, but also the major points that we're looking forward to in 2022.
Well, like we saw when we started this afternoon, there was a little video about the history of motorsport. You can see that it's come a long, long way to now becoming an extremely structured sport in the country. Now, making it structured like this obviously means giving the youngsters a better opportunity, a better idea, a better understanding of how the sport works when they get into it. Of course, my dad raced, Arman's dad raced, he's sitting here. At least with their knowledge of the sport, they were able to take us through the ladder, they were able to help us out. But for youngsters who've never been in the sport, whose family has never been in the sport, now everything is so much more streamlined. It's easier for you to know, okay, this is my first step, this is my second step, this is my third step. Now I know what I need to do to get to Formula One. When we raced, it was, should I do Formula A, should I do Formula C, should I do Formula ABC as a junior formula, and then where do I go next, and blah, 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 blah. And then you have the cost in your mind, the worry of paying a lot of money to race these championships. What we are doing is, by running these championships in India, by giving these youngsters the opportunity, creating a lot of driver development programs. So these driver development programs basically will change the face of the sport in the country going forward.
I think one more point is the commercial aspect. I think that is a key factor to this. When you have it in your homeland, when it's homegrown, in your own background, commercially, we know this is a very commercially advanced sport. So for young drivers to actually make themselves as a brand and portray themselves as sponsors and promoters and whatnot, this is something that really trains them. So by the time they actually have to step out of the country, they've already developed into a professional racing driver, which we had to go at a very nascent young age. And I think everyone sitting in the front row would agree with that. So, this would actually put them at a very high level by the time, and they would know whether they're going to take this up as a profession or not by then.
Yeah, I think there's a direct stepping stone in our ladder that everyone can see and understand to where you've got to be as well to head towards F1. But guys, obviously, Adit, you spoke about the city-based franchise league that began in 2019. You've now been acquired by two top business conglomerates. Just talk us through that journey of the evolution of where we are today.
Well, when we started, we were definitely being very ambitious. So
it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. But we put it together. We ran the first year in 2019. We had some great team owners. We had some really passionate people come into the sport who've never been a part of the sport before, which is important because Indian motorsport for the longest time has been more or less the same people just running the same events year after year, again and again. But then after the first season, obviously things got tough with the pandemic kicking in. It was impossible to run race events. It was very hard to raise money to run race events as well, to run the company. And that's when we reached out to Akhil and Navjeet. And then we said, look, let's build something together. We've got a base, we've got a foundation. We've seen that there's some great viewership, there's great interest in the country. A lot of young and budding aspirants also as well who want to get into motorsport, but just not sure how to go about it. And I think they also looked at it that way. They had a certain vision in their mind after they saw the first season of the Racing League. And it just went from there. And between July 2020 and July 2021, a lot has changed. All this has happened. So if you remember, Mumbai Falcons did the Formula 3 Asian Championship under Amit Ghadok. And Amit is a super, super passionate guy himself as well. That opened a lot of eyeballs. A lot of people then started following Indian motorsport, started following Indian drivers. And I'm sure a lot of young drivers who are sitting here as well have noticed that they've got a lot more following and there's a lot to look forward to.
Arman, what about for you? You see a big smile on your face, a little less grays, young grays now?
I mean, there's a lot more grey on my head over the last 2 years. But I think it's totally worth it to see ourselves sitting here and launching this platform. I'd take it any day. But like Aditya, detailed it out in every aspect. I think we've got two really good promoters who've come on board, and they're great partners to have as well because I think our vision is aligned in what we want to achieve in our long-term goals in creating, not only young motorsporting, professionals, but also making motorsport accessible to the wider audience, and that is a key point to making it a mainstream sport in a country like India. It's accessibility. And with the three different categories that we're going at, we are launching, along with our international platform that Aditya mentioned as well, we're building a complete ladder for both the complete professional as well as a semi-professional racing driver. So you're trying to fit every category there, and that is what is going to elevate motorsport to something on a mainstream level in a country like India.
You know,
And one more
yeah.
thing, every time Arman and I sit down, we always think about it. We look back at where it's come today
Yeah.
and where this has come today. And Arman always says it. He's like, why couldn't we have been born 30 years later? Why were we born when you were born?
But then it's always the same thing. It's always about the right place at the right time and the
Yeah.
right surroundings.
Yeah.
Said it right at the beginning, change is the only thing constant. We can only grow from here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important to understand that you guys are setting the platform for the next generation. I think that's important as well. And a big round of applause to both these guys for that as well. But I just want to jump into the technicality of it a bit as well, because there's a lot of people in this room that understand motorsport, that understand what the super license points could mean. Just elaborate on that, Adit, because obviously a big play here, and Arman, a big play is to gather enough points to eventually have enough super license points for Formula One as well.
So what the FIA have done basically is, like Aditya mentioned in one of the previous questions was, as a youngster coming up, you were very confused as to what to do, what budget do I have, where do I go in the next step,
Yep.
and how do I actually make a roadmap to get to the eventual level, which is, Formula One or becoming a professional racing driver. How do I get there? No one. It was very confusing step for someone who especially didn't have the knowledge or the background of the sport. So what they've done is they've streamlined it by, from karting, then you go into an FI grade certified championship, which is Formula 4. Then you have the Formula Regional,
Yep.
again certified by FIA. So all these championships that are certified by FIA, you score FIA graded points. Now, in order to be eligible for a super license, which basically makes you eligible to drive a Formula 1 car,
Correct.
you have to score a total of 40 points. Now, so when you start up with it, when you win a Formula 4 championship, so when you win the Indian Formula 4 championship,
Yep.
you score 12 points, and you go downwards from there. And when you win the Formula Regional, you score 18 points. So in India itself,
Yeah.
we are offering 30 FIA graded points, which means that you only need another 10 more to be eligible for a super license. Right?
Yeah.
Which we're already running in Asia.
That's amazing.
So, we've already
Yeah.
got that, blank filled as well. So that is something that we wanted to create where, where, again, I'm going back to my previous answer, where you can build a solid foundation, become a professional here, and you know whether you're going to make it or break it after winning a championship in India.
And Adit, does that mean you start to attract drivers from outside of India as well? Because as you said, you're making things cost effective, but also with points on offer, 30 of them, that surely is enough of a lure for people to come in.
Absolutely. I mean, with the current structure that there is, there aren't that many championships actually around the world that provide FIA points. You've got the FIA Formula 4 championships, which run in a few countries. You've got now the Formula 3 Formula Regional that run in just a few countries, again a handful. So a lot of drivers are looking for these championships from all around the globe to be able to earn as many points as they can. And India, like I said, being one of the most affordable places to come and race at, it becomes a very, very attractive proposition for these drivers.
Right. So since we're already talking about the technical points, and I saw your presentation and you mentioned about it, Aditya, the technical partner, now we know that most sports, in fact all of them, are also to do with the team that beholds it, the support staff, but when it comes to racing, I think the technical team becomes really, really important. So the role of Prema, and why Prema?
Well, Prema is very well known in the motorsport community for being one of the best racing teams in the world, especially when it comes to running a single-seater racing car, which is like the Formula Regional or the Formula 4. Some great drivers have raced for Prema, Pierre Gasly, Charles Leclerc, Mick Schumacher, and so on. So they do have that pedigree with them. And the only reason they've gotten to where they are, you have to remember, in a race car, there's only one driver, but you've got 7 crew members or at least 8 crew members around you.
Yeah.
So they are the larger part of your team. And unless you have a proper team backing you, Prema has proved that they are now a proper team and a force to reckon with against the best junior Formula teams. You can't really make it that far. So drivers look forward to actually racing with Prema all over the globe. I mean, any race driver you talk to, when they talk about where they want to race, which team they want to race with, they say, oh, I'd love to race with Prema. So we're giving drivers in India the opportunity to race with Prema that a lot of people around the world would give anything for.
Yeah, and at a much cheaper cost as well.
And
Because I think
at a
that's
much-
one of the issues, isn't it, Arman? Because growing up, for any young motorsport kid who wants to drive with Prema, you're going to shell out an arm and a leg, whereas here, you're giving them the opportunity right here in India.
Yeah, Yeah, at a very affordable cost, but also it's validation, right? For a
Yeah.
new series starting off, starting anything off, especially when you deal with man and machine and so many things, when you have so many variables that, can go either way. Validating it at a very nascent stage is key. If you're going to get in international participants and have a fair opportunity for the Indian drivers as well.
Yeah.
So that is one of the key factors for having this alignment and basically going together and building a long and fruitful relationship with them. Because like Aditya had mentioned in the presentation, it's not only for the drivers, but also the technical side, the staff.
Yeah.
Building a whole ecosystem is what we're looking at.
Yeah, and I think for everyone here in the audience, have a look at some of the drivers that Prema has churned out, and it's quite an illustrious list. But guys, just talking to you about RPPL, racing promotions, what can we expect this time around, Adit?
Well, this time around, obviously, like you saw, the championship is between Feb and March. We're running all 3 categories. It's going to be a lot of work to get it up and running. There's a lot of eager youngsters here who also want to jump into these cars and race. The first thing we're going to do, obviously, is to start scouting for drivers, have driver training programs, etc. Get the right drivers getting into their seats in Formula 4 and Formula Regional as well. And then take them up the ranks step by step. That's why Arman and I are here. We're here to coach them, guide them, mentor them, and take them through this ladder before they jump into an international championship. What's great also is, and I'm sure you know this, you can't just jump into a race car on a race weekend and expect to win a race. You need to have a lot of track time, a lot of testing. With these cars stationed in the country itself, there's this opportunity to give these youngsters so much more track time than they would have ever imagined. And that's what makes it extra special. So that's what we're working towards as RPPL, and to make the sport grow.
Is that why you guys are keeping each other fit to jump back in the car at some point? Or?
Any given opportunity.
Any given opportunity.
You know what it reminds me of, because we're just out of it, is the Olympics, where Abhinav Bindra said that the Olympics does not happen once in 4 years, it happens actually every single day. And that actually applies to every single sport, be it shooting or racing. But yes, please.
No, exactly. Like you said, I mean, any other sport, they come to me and they say, so what time to what time do you practice every day?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't practice every day. I practice like a day before the race weekend, because it's just, that's just how the sport has been so far. So now we can have that question asked and maybe you can have an answer for it.
Now that we've also focused on the technical aspect, let's talk business, gentlemen. Tell me a little bit about the commercial partners, the broadcasters, the sponsors, and what's in it for them.
Well, motorsport, maybe Arman.
I think all shall be revealed in due time. We just wanted to wow everyone with the car for now, and who the people are behind the scenes, and where we're coming from, and where we launch. But we need to leave something for the months to come, right? So we can't put everything on the table right now. But
we've all watched Drive to Survive, and we know how big motorsport can be.
This is just episode 1.
Love it. Guys, any last messages you want to give to young fans, to everyone here in the room as well, before we send you guys off?
Well, I think Akmal could put it best. You youngsters are now being given an opportunity that India has never seen before. So make the best of this opportunity, and we will make sure you make it all the way to the top.
Brilliant. Guys, Aditya Patel, Arman Ibrahim. Thank you.
Thanks,
guys.
gentlemen. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time.
So, do we want to take some questions now from the audience? We can open up the floor if we can get a show of hands. Sorry, we've got lights in our faces, but I can see a hand going up there. And if we can just get a mic across, please.
Hi, Aditya and Arman. One question for you both, and I think it holds relevance even for all the youngsters here. Do you guys still listen to your fathers who used to race in a different era? And what is the advice you'll give for the youngsters? Do they listen to their parents about how to go racing or how to do schooling? It's very, very vital. Let's have an honest answer.
I think life is all about a balance, no? But no, I mean, you see, it depends, right? So it depends on what the experience of the parent is as well. When, as a kid growing up, I think through whether it's professional or whether it's as an athlete or as a business professional, your parents always want the best for you, and they're always going to be overprotective. But you always, as an athlete, I think you build a lot of self-confidence. At a very young age, and you will learn to listen to yourself at that age as well. So you will know how to dissect the advice and look at what's best to prolong or to take your career forward.
And for all the fathers in the audience, trust your kids. They know what they're doing.
Great advice. Another show of hands, and if you could just introduce yourselves before you ask the question, please. Mic to, I think that's Vinayak.
Hi, Vinayak Pandey. Question is,
Say
Vinayak,
that to
Vinayak, you'll have to
the
speak up, yeah. I know you have a big voice on you, come on.
can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay. So what are the, what makes a driver eligible to take part in Formula 4 India? As in what domestic experience will make them eligible for that? And what are the eligibility requirements for Formula Regional India?
So for a driver to take part in Formula 4 India, if you're going through our program, we then take you through karting championships, four-stroke karting championships, two-stroke karting championships. Of course, you have to have one races there, one championships there, and then you then make your way into F4 India. And then once you've done a season in F4 India, you can then make your way to Formula Regional. Of course, the champion, the winner of Formula 4 India will get a drive in the Formula Regional Championship. Fully supported by us, and also the driver will be fully coach trained by us. For those drivers who are looking to jump into Formula 4 India this year, who have already got single-seater experience in India, have been racing for the last, say, 2 or 3 years, of course, we have a process where we vet these drivers. We'll have a few training programs, a few days of coaching, and then Arman and myself personally will then have this coaching program and then decide who gets the step into Formula 4, who still needs another year before they can then make that step into Formula 4.
Sorry, is there a specific list like X30 karting or F1600, like a list of series that makes a driver eligible for F4 India?
Like I said, karting is the main championship. If you can go through karting, winning championships like four-stroke karting championships, the Rotax championship, you do become eligible for F4 India. If there are drivers who've raced existing championships, like your question suggests, the Formula 1600, yes, we will evaluate these drivers. We will give them days in the Formula 4 car because they will be ready to drive this car straight away. We'll evaluate them during these days of testing and then decide whether they're ready to take the next step or if they need more time in the car.
And one sticky question, I'm sorry if I'm taking time away from other people, but what are the budgets for the respective championships?
We will share those. We will share those in the one-on-ones and the press documents that we will have with you. But we won't be disclosing exact numbers right now as we speak.
All right. Any more questions, gentlemen?
There's one here, please. We'll just take a couple more, and then obviously we'll have one-on-ones as they suggested also after.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
My name is Akash. I'm from Evo India. I wanted to ask, how far do you think, with this started, how far do you think we'll be able to reach the grassroots levels of the European countries, for example? Because most of the drivers are...
Sorry, can you just repeat?
Yeah, I asked how far are we in the grassroots level to reach the levels of, let's say, European countries, like with this started?
Starting from karting, and if you just do a comparison, I think we've got, like I just said, four-stroke championships running. From there, you've got two very high level of two-stroke national championships that run, which the same engines run in Europe. One we run as a single make, again, because India, you have to accommodate to make it more affordable for the Indian market. And then we have the Rotax Max National Championship, which runs with multiple teams, with professionals running teams. And then from there on, now you have the Indian Formula 4, and then the Indian Formula Regional, which again is on par with everywhere else in the world in terms of a junior level. So in terms of like what you meant as a junior level, we are on par with anywhere else in the world. So in terms of the type of hardware that we provide or the structure that we have, the ladder that we have right now in India, that we will have from 2022.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I think that's
good.
That's it. But of course, there is a one-on-one, so you can
Yeah.
get in touch.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thanks for
gentlemen.
joining us. A big round of applause.
Thank you everyone. And we look forward to seeing you all at the races. I hope you'll all be there.
I think all of us are really looking forward to the month of Feb for sure. But there's a saying in the world of motorsports that I came across, Sohail, and it says that speed never kills someone. It's only when you get stationary that it gets to you. So,
Fair point.
ladies and gentlemen, let's get on a drive because we are here to welcome India's fastest sport. And as we close curtains, before we close curtains, may we please invite our chief guests once again on stage because it's not just flowers that we want to give away. We have plenty of other things that we want to thank you all with. So,
Naren
pick up the
Kapilbaji,
wave
please.
And
Amit, please, and Akhil as well. If you'd like to please join us on stage. We've got some special mementos to give you as well. Amit, if you can do the honors to the gentleman, please. Thank you. No, there's one for you, Akhil, don't worry. Yeah, sure. Amit, this one's for NK. And one more for Akhil himself. Go on. Start. Thank you, Kapil Baji. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, sir. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's time we close curtains on the show, but this is just the beginning. We've really loved hosting this morning for all of you. I hope you've had an equally good time.
Thank you, Ridhima. It's great to be here. And I think, as we said earlier, this is just an iconic launch. I think what's to come is still the main event. The main course is still to come. We cannot wait to witness more history. I think this is just a start of something very special. And a lot of us who've been part of the motorsporting community have looked for something for our youngsters, for the future of the sport as well. And it's good to see these boys and girls in our flesh and glory as well as we kickstart what is going to be a very, very special championship. So thank you all for joining us this morning. There is obviously some food and snacks to be had, and you'll have a chat with all of our lovely gentlemen as well who've graced us on this stage. Thank you so much. Thank you.